Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitting Policies.
Yo. Welcome once again to Spitting Policies. You know, I can't do it like that cat, Big Kev, but hey, I did my best, you know. I want to welcome everybody to Spitting Policies, and I am Kanoom, that guy, Alexander. And right here to my left is...
I'm Trevor. I'm Trevor the Barber. That's what they call me. Welcome to the show.
Okay, all right. And this guy right here just sitting in right here. Tell him who you are.
Yeah, my name's Lavelle. Just filling in right now.
Okay, Lavelle, tell us what you do, bro. What you do, just a little bit.
You know, I'm a city planner for the city of Los Angeles.
All right. You might hear Lavelle often when he's talking. He'll be on and one of our producers here at Spitting Policies. So we wanted the show tonight is Death to Cupid. I know that's controversial and everything. If you've seen us go live a little earlier in the Death to Cupid, and what we're saying is he was a matchmaker, right?
That was one of the stories.
Yeah. He was a matchmaker, but you're gonna find out why we're saying Death to Cupid as this show goes along. Hey, we want you guys to call in and make your responses. You can call in at 213-270-1969. That's 213-270-1969. So we just added this new portion to this podcast, and it's called Real Spit. So on this portion of the podcast, which are current events and things that are in the media or whatever, and we call it a Real Spit. So we had a controversial issue with Gayle King's response to the death of Kobe Bryant and those other 8 members that were on that, and she got a little backlash from that. And one of the people she got backlash from was the infamous Insane Gang, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
So we wanna. What did you feel about that whole fiasco?
From my perspective, well, first let's talk about a little bit about what happened. Gayle King was talking to Lisa Leslie with regards to Kobe and and the whole situation, actually, this whole travesty. And one of the things that she had made mention was with regards to his shortcomings in his marriage. It was totally irrelevant, but however, Gayle was carrying on as if, or from my perspective, she wanted to have a general good conversation and interview, but she delved a little bit deeper when she started talking about his shortcomings in his marriage. So I thought that was distasteful at that time and for right now. So one of the things that got me was not just necessarily she was wrong, but instead the producers and or the writers may have been setting her up for failure. So it was like, here, they gave her a stone to throw, and when she threw it and it landed, she realized, whoops, y'all gave me a hand grenade. And as a result, she got the backlash, but the writers and or the producers or whoever's responsible for her asking that question, they get off scot-free. So the flip side to the same coin is she did not have to throw that stone.
True.
That's my spit on it.
So what is your view on the response from Snoop?
From I haven't heard the last response, but I believe that Snoop kind of reeled it back a little bit for a lot of reasons. Because if someone did something or if something had happened to her, would he have to take the blame for that? For one. For two, when he said, from what I heard, we the worst, we the worst. I don't believe that, because other people were talking about Kobe's shortcoming. I don't know if you have, Lavelle, if you heard it, but you had a lot of nationalities talking about Kobe's shortcomings before Gail did. How come they didn't get any backlash? How come we didn't get on them? But at the same token, whenever we do things, when African American people do things to each other, it's kind of okay for y'all to do it to y'all. Jews don't go off on each other. Asians, Chinese, they never call each other's out of their name. They don't call their women certain things. So I guess to a certain capacity, when black folks do it to each other, then that's, it's cool. Y'all get a green light. But why didn't we get out of pocket when they talked about what Kobe did, what was it, 16 years ago?
Yeah, 16
But then
years.
again, you turned around and brought up something with Bill Cosby from 42 years ago. So it's kind of like the hypocrisy of it all is something that I have a problem with.
Yeah, I think. Did you want to chime in?
No,
on that?
go ahead.
I think that both of the comments were egregious by Gail and Snoop. It was just a reactionary thing. Oftentimes we do reactionary things, and when we're reacting to someone else, it's never like what we really feel. Maybe just in a knee-jerk reaction. So I think it was distasteful for him coming at her in that manner, just as well as her coming at Kobe and his, well, not Kobe, but his family in their mourning and grieving stage, and you want to bring up something that happened 17 years ago and not state and she was sort of condescending when she talked about the case,
Correct.
He didn't get convicted because of this, basically almost saying that he was guilty, but he didn't get convicted because the person did come in and testify. So I like to keep it like Malcolm say, like we as black people, especially if you're in a figurehead like that, we just need to leave each other alone. If I have an issue with you, I'm going to need to go with you off camera and talk about it in that room over there. What we do here sometimes is just playful gesturing, bantering back and forth. But when Malcolm X would say, like, when a man and a woman is arguing in the street, that's really uncouth. So I'm going to keep it at that. That's the way I feel about it. And I know Snoop has recently apologized for what he said.
He stood up.
Yeah, so that's a manly thing to do. And
salute to Snoop for doing
that definitely. And she may have said, Gail said that like you only took a snippet of my interview, so you ran with that, but no snippet should that be that inflammatory about somebody's demise,
Exactly.
But what are your thoughts about
I just feel there's a time and place to actually talk about certain things. And with this particular situation, she actually pushed the envelope even further by asking Lisa Leslie even more questions that kind of raised the eyebrow, like, why are you attacking her?
Yeah.
So, again, I share the sentiments as you guys do as well. It was a wrong time to do it, but Snoop went hard. Snoop went hard.
No, really.
He went straight.
Yeah, he went
he went Long Beach.
on another level.
Yeah.
So he went hard, man. But at the same time, he thought about it. He digressed and he apologized. We all make mistakes, and if we can understand that we made those mistakes and then come back, realize it, and then accept it and apologize for it, you can't do nothing but respect that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Gail also then?
Gail too.
Because she also did
Gail too.
Apologize, and she got back on line and expressed her views on it, and that she would talk to, I guess, her staff, whatever else, and have a conversation with them off to the side also. So is she going to be forgiven as well? Is she a bigger
No,
woman?
she should be forgiven.
Okay, so is she, some of the people that are watching right now, you had a big issue with Gail and what Gail did wrong, whatever else, and then we forgive Snoop for stepping up, apologizing, or reeling it back a little bit. Do we give the same grace and mercy to Gail? That's something to think about.
Yeah, she stirred the pot though. She did stir the pot.
A lot of times we've done.
She started the stuff.
Yeah, she did, but a lot of times,
and Snoop thing was just a reaction. He was very reactionary, yes. But they could have clipped a lot of that if she had that much control on her show. They could have edited a lot of that. A lot of that could have been on the editing floor. But for me, if I was a host, I was like, well, this is a sensitive topic. I don't want to go there. I don't want that.
Exactly.
I don't want that. Let that man, let them bereave a little bit. Let them more, because I'm sure you had enough opportunities in the years past to address the situation. Why not address it when he was alive? Ask him personally. Don't come asking me. I'm one of his friends. Don't ask me about it.
But I mean,
I ain't got nothing to say.
But I mean, even with Gail as a journalist, I think those questions was piggyback off of a hot topic that was previously mentioned to her, I'm sure, especially when somebody else brought it up.
Yeah, I just think there was poor timing.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it was distasteful all the way around.
All the way around, on both parties. But
that was nasty. It was not good.
Yeah. So
okay.
That was our real spit section. That's something really new to this format. So now we're going to get right into this show, and the show topic is Death to Cupid. So we had some barbecue Cupid wings that we was going to serve everybody, but I ran out. Everybody ate them all, so we didn't have no more barbecue Cupid wings.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What about the chicken chips?
Chicken chips?
Hey, I got chicken chips. Hey.
They got the skin of Cupid.
Chicken chips.
Chicken chips.
Anyway, we want to get into this topic. If you have a romantic, just something that you loved that happened in your life, and somebody that you loved or that gave you the best experience of your life, we would like you to call in and tell us about that experience. And maybe you might have some ideas for these guys in their Valentine's Day to give ideas for them to do to their.
So wait a minute.
Me of all people. I'd rather you call in and tell me your worst experience on Valentine's Day. Let's talk about that.
And we will. You can call in. Just keep it 90 seconds or less, because we trying to cram all this information in. They're just 1 hour show.
We would love to have a great and awesome conversation with you guys with regards to the topic of Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I would like to hear some of your good ideas, some of your views. Me personally, one of the things that I wanted to know about was some of the audience members' definition of romance. I think that your Valentine's Day would be relative, but based upon your definition of romance, I don't think too many people can call in and give that. Prove me wrong. Call in.
Wow.
Now, hold on. I just want to ask this.
Go ahead.
Since it's for us, I want to hear one of the, since this show is especially for us.
Oh, yeah. Valentine's Day, ain't.
I would like to hear one of your experiences, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I have a lot of it, me being the Don Juan of the group. And my romantic prowess is very strong. So, and it can be simple, so simple, and it doesn't have to happen on Valentine's Day.
I gotta take notes.
I'm not a proponent of these lovely acts of love, being espoused on just Valentine's Day. So I was dating this young lady, and I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. 90 seconds, right? I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I was dating this young lady. We were at her place, which was rare. And she left. she left to work. She left to work and said, "Okay, you can just lock up when you leave." And I said, "Okay, cool." She left.
She told you that?
Yeah.
You can lock up when
Yeah,
you
I
leave?
could lock up when I leave. I wouldn't want to leave the place open.
Amen. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
I got my
She
90
left
seconds.
you, huh?
I got my 90 seconds. And so what I did, I was just sitting there. I wasn't thinking about doing anything or nothing. I was sitting at a desk and I was just writing some stuff down, and as I was reading, as I normally do in the morning, and I just started writing little messages on the little Post-its. Then I seen the TV, so I just put one on the TV. I love watching you. Put one. It sounds very corny, right? Put one on the clock. Hey, I love spending my time with you. Put one on the freezer. I hope our love never goes cold. So after some time, I filled up the place with little Post-its. And when she got home, she called me and she was like, I keep finding them. And you would think somebody would just throw them away. But I did help her move like sometime after that. And I just found them in her kitchen drawer all stuck together. All these little plethora of notes and everything like that. It just touched her heart. It really did. I hope it touched yours too.
Oh my goodness.
I see a tear. Do you see a tear coming down?
A single tear. A single tear.
There you go.
Amen. Wow.
But this is an example, something that we're looking for from our audience, just to give us some feedback, what we could do better. Hey, maybe you got a better situation. You could just tell us how to get it down.
So, how did she respond after all of that?
Oh, well, do I have to keep it peachy? No. It was a great response.
Okay.
It was a great response. I think I got dinner that night and dessert. And dessert.
I need to make sure.
After dessert. Yeah. So that's what happened. She was a great woman, and I'm pretty sure she's still a great woman. On top of that, do you have any examples or something you would like to share that doesn't require a whip and a
I'm into certain things.
Yeah, I know you're into certain things.
I really stay away from Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day for me, if you've seen any of the previous broadcasts, you know that Valentine's Day for me was not that good.
Traumatic.
Yeah, it was pretty traumatic for me. A few Valentine's Day back to back, so I don't really necessarily have a positive view on Valentine's Day the day, but I probably have more funny stories about Valentine's Day than I do good stories. So Valentine's Day for
so
me
we
is
need
not.
you all to call in and cheer up Trevor. Make him a believer in love again.
I believe in love. I just don't roll with Valentine's Day because it's commercial. If I haven't been loving you all year, I'm not going to choose this one day to express it. But I was talking to my younger brother yesterday. Hopefully he'll call in, a little later on today. But he says that I have a negative view on Valentine's Day, and I do, and it could be because of some issues that I developed growing up. So I don't care for Valentine's Day. I'd rather be by myself with Valentine's Day or with my children. So my most memorable and romantic Valentine's Days was when I took my daughter and my ex-girlfriend's daughter out to dinner, and I made sure that every year they would know that, even though me and her mom weren't together, that she's still mine, and I always make sure on Valentine's Day that she has something and my daughter.
Valentine's Day.
No, we do anything. We do things anyway, but on Valentine's Day, I want them to feel special until they either have a boyfriend, a significant other, or family of their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So until they do that, I'm there for them, and I show and express love for them on that day. So, but I got a funny story for you though. Let me tell you what happened. Can I tell you?
No, I want to hear.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Lavelle. I'll tell mine later. No. I insist. No, go ahead.
Are you going to tell it or?
Okay, I'll tell you. Look, here's the thing, right? All right, I'm into certain things, right? Okay, so Valentine's Day pops up, and I'm dealing with a very short woman, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
When he said very short, he does mean like what's the politically correct?
She had body. I tell you that. She ass. Everything. Anyway, so I'm dealing with this shorter person, right?
Okay.
So anyway,
Was she Cupid to you?
Here's the thing. Whatever. Don't judge. So anyway,
He was
you know,
dating Cupid.
so we. So yeah, I'm with it. I mean, hey, awesome person. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm dating, right? Cool. And this is a funny / terrible story, right? So somehow, some way, I end up like having to run up under the bed, right?
Okay.
So I run up under the bed. I hit my head on my elbow. How that happened, I don't know. But anyway, I hit my head sliding up under the bed, right? So while I'm up under there, I read a letter. She cheating on me. I find a letter to the next dude. I'm like, what? For real? For real?
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any sensible romantic?
Hey, I got issues, but
Yeah, you got mad issues.
Oh man. Wow. Okay. What made you run under the bed?
Something happened.
Okay. All right. Another show.
Call me. Call in. Call in. I'll tell you.
You want me to call you back? So does
Go ahead, Bill.
Okay. What I basically did was with my wife's a teacher, so we actually got a little creative with me and my boys. Basically, what we did was we took pictures, and then what I did was I went to Costco, made a photo album of the years progressing with her and the boys, and just basically expressed to her in each page, letting her know how much they loved her. Thank you for bathing me. Thank you for this hug. So it was just simple notes, but she loved it.
Yeah, that's great. I think the notes are some of the best things we've got out of that, because with the technological age we're in, a handwritten note probably I'll keep those.
Oh, okay.
I keep those. It was one time where I got these coupons, and I think I was telling you all this story where it was like I would rip them off and give them to the person I was dating at that time sporadically. It would be like dinner for two, a bath, a full body massage. So I would, and you can redeem it on these dates. So I was just keeping the spice and the just keeping it alive. That's what I'm really attentive in that manner. But if there's anybody, see, I wore this heart right here. Because it was Valentine's Day, I just wore this. I don't mind the CC on it. I just wore this heart because it was Valentine's. So close to Valentine's Day.
Hey,
I just feel so loved.
You know what? Let me say this. Give me a little input. My 2 cents, rather. I think that if you're gonna be with somebody on Valentine's Day, love them their way. Do not love them the way you want to be loved. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if you give me a box of chocolate, if you give me some cards, if you give me some roses, if you give me a tour of the city, I'm gonna really dislike you and I'm gonna break up with you. Period. It's like, look.
Because you're allergic to chocolate.
No, for one, I'm diabetic. For two, letters remind me of mail. 3, roses die. 4, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't know how to love somebody their way, just leave Valentine's Day alone.
I think it's safe to say loving you probably your way is no way at all. Because your heart is hardened.
No, it's not. It's just
not.
Me personally. I could make a suggestion, but I'll wait for some people to call in first before I make my suggestion of what some people could do on Valentine's Day. I'll wait because I'm very creative.
You're very creative.
Hey, I'm double jointed by the thinking.
Give us just one.
Okay, I would recommend doing a dub date.
Dub date.
I'll let you think about that for a minute. A dub date.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with it.
What do you think a dub date would be? Lavelle, what do you think a dub date would be?
What you gonna do? Buy some birds and let them release?
Nope.
Not a dove date. He said a dove date.
Oh, okay.
What do you think a dub day would be, Derek?
My bad.
Nope. Nope. I
bad.
think a person should do what I would call as a dub date. For example, you have $20. You have $20, and I have $20. We are going to see who is going to give or supply or provide the best experience with $20. What happens is now it becomes a little deeper and it becomes more sentimental. I've paid attention to her. She's paid attention to me. How much can you genuinely show how much you've been listening to me, how much you are understanding me from with only $20? If my favorite color is purple, if my favorite candy is Skittles, if my favorite animal is a pit bull, hell, a little stuffed animal pit bull, a bag of purple skillets would be probably more impactful and more important to me than all the other decorative stuff. You know, it means that you were listening to me. It means that you were being attentive to me and to her. So I think a date with a dub, who can give the best date for a dub? Me personally, I would go to the arcade. We play 3 games and we compete. We would play whether it be air hockey, foosball, or whatever. And whoever loses first, the best 2 out of 3 got a pop lock, got a butterfly, or do something funny. You know what I mean? Whoever loses the date, you got to do something funny.
Yeah.
Butterfly, spank yourself, pop lock, kick worm.
You just scared the person. They called, but they hung up because you said butterfly and pop lock. Hey, but look, I went on this. I went on this one day to speak to what you were saying, and we shot pool. And then I said, whoever win this game got to go in the middle of the pool hall and just say, cock-a-doodle-doo, Merry Christmas. Of course, I won. and she did it before I could get my camera out and film it. Oh, man, it was so hilarious.
But wasn't it fun?
Yeah, it was so hilarious. People was looking around like, what the heck is going on here?
And the thing that gets me about that is, if you can't laugh at yourself and you can't laugh with me, that means you have a wall up.
Yeah,
if you have a wall up, I know that I want to roll with you. I'm
gotta
cool.
Have fun. You gotta have fun.
If you're gonna dare me to do something, it'll be something that you'll be willing to do also.
Yeah, but I do want to say that I'm into the love, right? Okay. I'm all for love, but making this one day for that, that's not what I'm into. Exactly. It's a commercial holiday. I don't know if you know it, but this holiday is probably the second grossing holiday, and second to only to Christmas. It's about an $18 billion day for Valentine's Day. It's a cash cow. So the theory that Hallmark made up,
Oh, they out of business too.
Yeah, Hallmark made up the greeting card. It's not a far-fetched, but you got to take C's Candy, Cartier, Tiffany, and all these other jewelers that make a mint on today. Everything, the flower district is crazy right now. Okay. And all the flowers are more expensive at this time. Double. So I was like, if you want to, I could get you a bouquet of flowers just after Valentine's Day. They gonna be half off. I'm very frugal. When
right.
He just said spend a dub.
Hey,
I'm keeping the dub notion going.
Let it be an understanding. Let there be an understanding first.
What? You not saying that?
No, I'm saying do it. But I'm just let there be an understanding of what you guys are doing.
All right. But I'm just saying that if you really look into Valentine's Day, and I may be getting on my black soapbox, it's a pagan holiday that started with some unsavory things. Let's put it like that.
Go ahead, go into it.
No, I'm not going to go into it because I want individuals. We have a very intelligent audience, and they can do their research on their own. And then it got Christianized, and then you got this. That's when you get the Saint Valentine. So this martyr was killed because this priest was killed because he still married. The emperor at the time wanted the soldiers to be single, but he still would marry them because he just thought, he was just loved. And Emperor ended up crucifying him, and they got martyred that day. And then at St. Valentine's love and all that. And then it spawned into America to what it is today. So my only thing is just be careful in what we celebrate. I mean, if it is for love, then that's what it's for. Everybody wants to be in love. Love is a fickle thing. Love is very fickle. Sometimes you love it and it doesn't love you back. So, but it's happy. If you want to celebrate the mythical creature of, I keep calling him a creature, the mythical baby of Cupid, that with the bow and arrow. I think it motherfucker shot me a couple of times and it was the wrong person. It was the wrong person. Dude, you did not get my consent.
Should have hid under the bed.
Yeah. But you were speaking to the language of love, and there's so many books. I think I probably an aficionado on love because I was in love and I wanted to keep love. I just studied what love is, right? And love.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
You studied what love is.
What love is. And love is unexplainable. You can't explain it. It's a mystery. Everybody wants to put their this and that on it, on what it is, but it's really like you playing with mystery. Because I don't think, because what is love, right?
So did you get self-help books or?
Oh, these are self-help books. So a great book is M. Scott Peck book, The Road Less Traveled. I think he had the greatest, what I felt, the greatest section on love, and it was like falling in love is a farce. So you could just, cause I say it's a farce, but you say what? Don't fall in love because you could fall right. What you say?
Yeah, no. you end up falling into a relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, shit. I put it to you this way. With me, I'm a difficult kind of guy, but just because I'm attracted to you doesn't mean that I like you yet. That's just how I am. Just because I'm not going to confuse my attraction for a person to mean that I like you. I don't like you yet. So, you end up hanging out with a person so much, dealing with them so much, you end up, I love you. Now you fell into a relationship. Don't fall into a relationship. I want to go into a relationship intentionally. So that's just me.
Yes. Well, that guy came in again. He's on CP time again. Once again. Let's give it up and drum roll for Big Kev. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, dear brother.
With brothers like this, you don't need no enemies.
Yeah, you don't need none.
Man.
Yeah, so if you didn't tell us how it was, but see, we forgot that part because we missed Kevin.
Well, I want to thank Lavelle. I want to thank Lavelle for coming in and sitting for a moment and hanging out and putting in his input,
dude.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Lavelle and Derek are our right-hand mans, and a lot of what does take place on the show is a direct result of their efforts for us. So, Derek and Lavelle, man, I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you guys, and I thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Why y'all didn't tell me it was sweater night?
Sweater. I didn't know.
Damn.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
love is cold, brother.
And it's the same color. Y'all
well, here's the thing.
No.
We all
Can I get a sweater, please?
No. Here's the thing.
4X.
We kind of dressed appropriate for the Valentine's Day.
I knew he was gonna be the one that was gonna say that.
I'm just in love. I'm in love with myself.
And he came in here with a picnic blanket, and then now he is.
Oh, okay. See, action you shall receive.
Hey, so is everybody scared of love? Just to keep it clear, because this guy's in love over here. Well, we might as well go right to you, Kev, since you're here.
Well,
you're in love, right?
Pardon my tardiness.
Yes. No. We get right to it.
Had to play daddy again.
We gonna jump right on in.
But look at it.
It's Valentine's Day.
But it's
coming
good.
up.
We good. My kid is good. So that's the main thing.
Oh,
yes,
no,
I am in love.
Yes.
I mean,
Can you speak to that?
Trying to
Valentine's
scare
Day.
me or
What are your
something?
plans for Valentine's Day?
we gonna take a nice little trip out of the city.
Okay. Trip out of the city.
We got some plans, and we're gonna make
All right.
it. Make
You
it
don't want
good.
to tell too much. Okay, I get it.
Well,
I get it. Some things are intimate.
Well, hey, some things,
But in the past, we were given some examples of like some romantic escapades or romance. Or what do you think like the most romantic thing you've ever done?
You have to bring that up, man.
Okay.
That left me scarred for years. I'm
You
just
heal
not
from
getting
it, right?
yeah,
you heal
barely,
Barely?
but they still there though.
You got to, we
You
ain't
know.
gonna peel off no scabs.
Yeah,
with that.
no, it's still
Just-
there.
Just touch on it a little bit. Just go around it.
Old wounds. Let me think of number 2. Let me see. I don't know. I ain't never
Okay.
really.
He doesn't want to be honest with us.
Really never.
Hey,
It's
everybody,
not
call
being,
in.
I am being honest. I said it.
Call in. The number is 213-270-1969. We would love to hear your romantic escapades and what you plan on Valentine's Day.
Did you tell them yours?
Oh yeah.
Trey,
I
Oh,
want
why-
to know what the definition of
Man,
romance.
you see, I
some
wore my
people's
heart.
definition
I
of
wore my
romance
heart.
is.
To
Right
yourself. He in love with himself.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
in
to know
love
some
with
people's
myself.
definition of romance. I think to me that's more intriguing.
A
So,
definition
I
of
don't care.
romance.
Yeah, what's your definition of romance?
Just pull out Webster.
No, I'm talking about yours.
Oh. I go to dictionary.com.
Oh, now you don't want to be honest.
Huh?
Huh?
What? I want to hear from the
Okay,
art-
but until we hear from them.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you about this book. So this book is called.
Did you write it?
No, I didn't write it.
But he asked you about yours.
No, but I was gonna tell you about the
specifically.
love languages, and this is a very
okay,
important
go ahead.
when it comes to loving somebody else and communicating with
All right,
different people.
I'm
And it speaks to your point where you talk about like love me the way I want to be loved, right? So it's a great book. It's called 5 Love Languages, and a lot of people are starting to catch on. A lot of people are reading it and understanding their love language. So yeah, have you ever read that book? Do you know your love language?
I've read it before. I can't remember all of them, but you have the giver, you have love language and forgiveness languages as well. And then when a person understands the other person's particular love language, you can govern yourself accordingly. Some people feel loved by the gifts that they receive. Some people feel loved by expression. Some people feel what are the other? What's another one?
Like mine's is acts of service.
Acts of service.
Yeah.
Is that your personal one?
Yeah, that's mine. That's my love language.
Oh,
is
okay.
acts of service.
Actually, okay.
So if you wanna show love, become of service. Oh, we got a caller.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller. Please, you have 90 seconds to give us your name, your question, or your comment. Thank you.
You scared him away. Hello?
Caller.
Oh, he hung up.
Caller hung
You
up.
scared her.
Call us
Scared-
back.
Scared her. Excuse me.
Did I?
You got 90 seconds. Yeah, you threatened
Call,
her.
you could call back.
I hang up too.
Sorry.
Text us. Yeah, no. So Kevin has plans, and I don't
What
think
is
I
your,
have plans.
You don't have no
for
plans?
Valentine's.
Trail, you got plans?
No.
I don't have a Valentine.
I'll be at
Well,
work. I
hell,
might go
spend-
bowling, but
Well,
no,
y'all spend Valentine's together then. That's cool.
No.
Hey, man, you took it there. I just said hang out. Now, was it because it's just another day? If you not spending time with someone else that you love or then it's just another day, right?
Right.
You said bowling. Why you can't invite P to go bowling?
No, I don't
You're right.
like the bowl.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't
you
like the
just
bowl.
okay.
That's not my thing. But we would like to get some of your callers. I know you're out there. It's okay. It's love. Don't be scared of love. This is a don't be scared of love show.
The only two people who are scared of love is you and the one that's sitting next to you.
I-
Try it on.
I probably have issues with love.
I know you
I
have issues
don't.
with love.
I-
We
how-
have talked.
How dare you?
I have problems with
Clutching my
relationships.
pearls.
I think I have problems with relationships.
So
I
can
don't
you
think I
be in a
have problems with love.
relationship without loving?
I think I could be in a relationship. No, better yet, I'm scared of relationships, but I think I can love. I'm good.
So you can love, but not
From a
be
distance,
in
from a safe distance,
So long
for
as-
me right now. For me right now, this stage of my life, I'll after I get some form of therapy and
Trev, you talking like
counseling, then I'll go
a
from there.
20-year-old,
Bullshit.
25-year-old
bullshit.
that has many years ahead of them. Wait, P,
Don't
grab the caller, P.
Yes, caller, please state your name and your comment or question. You have 90 seconds.
Hi, guys. This is Belinda, and my question is for Kevin.
Oh, I wonder why. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just interested in hearing. He never answered. What was the most romantic thing he's ever done? I didn't get the answer.
Wow.
You
I
want me
just
to
said
answer?
sound like a setup.
I don't.
It sounds like somebody text somebody.
No,
Well, maybe she's trying to get some information so that she can out.
The most we have yet to conquer that, baby.
Oh, great
I
question.
thought.
This
That's
motherfucker
exactly
good.
what I thought.
He good.
Oh,
He is good.
Well, what is the best thing you have ever?
This joker.
It hasn't happened,
I'm following you,
but it's
bruh.
gonna happen.
I'm following him. I'm following him. Yes, I will follow you.
Yeah.
That was a cold piece
Yeah,
right there.
come on now.
Woo. You ain't finna catch me.
Been doing this for years.
Did you see that? Did you bear witness
I was
to
born
that?
that night, but not last night.
No, did you bear witness to that? I love that answer. See, when you, oh, I ain't gonna even say nothing more, cause I don't even wanna. But
The doors of the church is open. Come on, where you at? Come on now.
hey, all right, callers, we need another caller in here. Hopefully not the same person.
No, she got her answer.
213-270-1969. This topic is
What
love.
did Vel say? Did he join in? Did he say
Yeah,
what him and his wife?
Lavelle
He had
some
a
very
married
good,
man.
yeah, he had a
Yeah.
family man
Right.
thing.
Exactly.
You know,
We gonna
But
get him there, Vel.
what would you call vlog? Let me call it right. Would you like to express your? You don't even do your thing on.
Wait a minute.
Valentine's
I'm usually
Day?
with my
Trey
children.
quiet tonight.
I'm
Any
usually with
other
my
time we
children
gotta
on
put a
Valentine's
gun
Day.
on him to tell him to shut up. Now tonight, when it's close to Valentine's, boy, you sure are lost.
But y'all,
for
you guys
words.
know, like from previous episodes, like how my views on relationships and stuff like that is jaded, and I have issues, and I said that, and we understood it from the previous issues. So, and what had happened to me on Valentine's days before. So
That's right.
this is not my
you
this is
right.
not
This
my
is not
my
your
get
holiday.
down, and
This is
some
not
things
your
that happened
day.
to me. So
Right.
I just stay away.
But don't
from
you
it.
want to change that?
I changed it when I was with my children on Valentine's Day. For me, that was healthy and a safe place for Valentine's Day. For me, was with my children.
Yeah, but you can't just stay there.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, he's scarred. He's had a lot of trauma around this day, and that's probably why he's keeping so quiet.
Yeah.
Is one of your would you allow a woman to what could a woman do for you to open you up, open your heart up?
I would
Open
have,
you up.
I would have
Oh.
to. I would have to. It'd have to be up to me, really. You know what I mean? It would take a lot of time, and I'm probably a difficult person to to be with. But I mean, I'm cool. Someone that loves themselves, because the common denominator here in the things that had happened in that relationship was me. So at the time, though, I was the nice guy. So being the nice guy always finished last, but I always had a pure heart, and I gave the person the benefit of the doubt. So because those things happened to me at a young age, I'm now the person that I am, which could, not necessarily be the best guy for a person right now in my life. So
would you say
I was a nice guy, and I kept finishing last. So I was the common denominator.
But Trey, you may and see a lot of other nice guys may feel that they'll end up in the same situation. So you got to have some type of encouragement or something to let all the other nice guys know. Like, look, this is just it happened, and we move on. I mean, it happened to the best of us.
You're right. I choose to be a stern gentleman now, and if a relationship goes in that direction, I'm fine. But I've by myself right now. I've prospered and I've grown in a lot of different ways. So for me right now, I'm okay with it.
And then and this is teaching lessons too, because I my two sons are present, and I talk to them all the time about relationships and how to treat a woman and a young lady rather, and so uh, they listen to what we say, so we don't want to have them thinking because I know you guys from when we were even younger than them. So, I choose not to, to do a little different nowadays, because we went through it one way, but I tell them the opposite way. Get you one, don't get too serious because you're still young, but don't be out here and trying to be a playboy or, or some, respect the young lady if or just keep them, as friends,
Yeah.
which will be even better. That way, you can concentrate on and study on your subjects, and
Yeah.
they both play ball. So, that those type of things because love will be there. When you're ready for it, and then right now there, and just listening to all of this stuff happened to you at a young age. I mean, we all had heartbreaks,
Oh yeah.
at a young age, and we got a caller.
Please tell us your name, comment, or question.
My name is Michelle,
Hi, Michelle.
and I just called. Hi there. I just called to say that, like all this talk about love language, I think that is like what is the most important and impactful aspect of being part of a loving relationship, whether it's romantic, familial. If you don't understand how the person that you're engaging with understands and receives love, I don't think you'll be effective in giving that and creating a solid foundation of love in that space.
That's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
I agree.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
All right.
I also believe that love is a decision. It's an extraordinarily courageous act, and it needs to be renewed each and every single day to continue.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah.
bam. That was good.
I agree.
Where are you calling from, Michelle?
I'm calling from Downey,
Okay,
California.
locally. So, you have any special plans for this Valentine's, or are you single? Or
I'm single.
okay,
My plan is to spend Valentine's Day with a very special friend
okay,
who is having some challenges in life.
okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're gonna be spending Valentine's with Trevor.
He is having some challenges in life. Trevor is having some challenges.
You know what? Trevor is going to overcome.
Thank you for being so
Yes.
optimistic.
Yeah,
I wish
I
I could be the
believe.
same.
I do believe that Trevor will overcome and he'll find the love of a lifetime.
The
Thank
rest,
you
yeah,
very
the rest
much.
of us
Thank
may
you
be
very
dead
much,
and gone,
Michelle.
but I believe that. I believe that.
Thank you.
I believe I will too.
If
Michelle.
not in
Thank
my
you.
heart, in my spirit.
Thank you very much
Good
for your
evening,
call.
guys.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
Hey,
good evening. Good
Keep
evening.
on listening.
Hey, I want to tell my friend Claudia. Claudia gave me this sweater, right? She gave me this sweater a while ago. I told her I wanted it 2 years ago. Now here's the thing,
Oh, we
hold
have
that
another
1
call.
second.
Claudia. Thank you for my sweater,
you.
boo.
Say about a
We
bill.
have a caller. Please state your name, your comment, or question. And can you please turn the device down that you're listening to the show
I
on?
got you.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Waiting on you.
My apologies, brothers. I was so involved in listening to what you guys were saying that I didn't even realize that the phone had picked up. But anyway,
Where you calling
this
from?
is LeRon. I'm a long time friend of some of the guys up on the panel,
LeRon.
and I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
I think as I'm listening, I'm hearing you guys talk about Muhammad Ali and like the gentleman just said, the professional athletes. That's great, but I think that's what our community is lacking. We're lacking the middle. We always want high expectations from the greats, or we always talk about the low. What about the mid? What about us regular people?
Right.
I grew up and watched a gentleman down the street who was a father who worked, retired, and all his children do well. We overlook those people in our community. We don't reach out, I feel, just to each other. The middle, just like we're talking about schools and voting. Part of the problem is our own block, our own community. We bust our children out. We don't go to the local school and vote.
Lorraine?
Right.
Lorraine?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yep.
I appreciate you calling in, but
He
you're
threw both of them
actually
in
watching the last show, and this show is on Valentine's Day, the death of Cupid.
Oh,
But I appreciate you.
Keep on. Thank you for the
watching
support.
the last show, and I'm like, yes. Yeah, that was the last show.
Yeah.
But do you have any comments or questions
On
Valentine's Day.
Well, good. Well, good. Let's talk about Valentine's. $18.2 billion America, the world spends on a pagan holiday.
Yes.
I think when it comes to Valentine's Day, we need to, as a culture, as people, we need to get an understanding of what we're celebrating and why we're celebrating these things.
Yeah.
Right.
We need
I
to
will
stop.
agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
We under
Soccer.
the same thing. I appreciate you, bro.
But look, before you go, I just want to address what you were saying. And this is one reason why we're sitting here right now, because we are those regular dudes, those regular men that came up through, Los Angeles, or the surrounding cities of Los Angeles, and businessmen and fathers and those types, cats that's in the community. And this is just exactly what one of the reasons why we're sitting right here right now, because we're trying to get that back. Because we can't wait. I always say we can't wait for nobody to come save us. We got to save ourselves.
We gotta do it ourselves.
So you're one of them guys. You're one of them guys. The guys that you see here we are all one of those guys, and it's just about coming together, man, and doing the right thing and pushing to make the generation that's coming up behind us, give them that information. That's another thing. Give them the information, but give them the right information. So, our young ladies that's coming up will have something to really that's stable, that the protector, the provider, all of those things. So, bruh, we thank you. Continue supporting, please. We will not let you down. We'll keep doing what we do.
Yes. Thank you, bro.
Hey, I appreciate y'all all, man. And I got to get caught up, man. I'm a fan.
No, take your time, bro.
Take your time.
Take your time. Don't rush it.
We'll be here.
Get it all.
Binge watch it.
Yeah, we glad you appreciate it, though, man. That's just a testament to some capacity, we're impactful for some people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Some people are really watching and do believe that what we have to say is valid.
Right. Man, we appreciate it. We really appreciate you, bro.
For some of the younger guys, go ahead.
I was looking forward to calling in about Valentine's Day. The one thing that I hope and I wish, because you guys are very powerful people, all of you guys impact a group of people, and people listen to you guys. I hope we can take this kind of platform and truly change our mindsets and really get a true education about what's going on with just us. Like Valentine's Day, let's get to the origin of things and let's get an understanding why we are the highest consumers. Right. And this is one of those holidays that we are a high consumer.
And if you were listening earlier, I was talking about doing a dub day.
No, he was talking about getting a Tiffany bracelet for somebody. Yeah, he about to spend
man, that's what I'm saying.
But my thing,
no, I'm just joking. He ain't talking about that.
My thing was a dub day. That's especially for younger guys. If you start doing that while you're young, just use your $20 and see who can give the best date for just $20, especially as you when you're young. Do that. You got a budget, so be smart about your spending, but also make sure that the person that you're sharing it with is an investment.
Yeah. I always
Right.
used to remember that song "Baller on a Budget."
Yeah.
I don't even know who made that song, but that was me.
And that's the goal. So we gonna keep building, man, until we get it right. So just hang in there with us, brother. You know, join the fight, the movement, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's
That's
a
what
movement.
definitely what it is. It's a movement.
So yeah,
Hey,
brother.
let's make a movement on Valentine's Day. You talk to somebody who you never really talked to. You talk to a stranger. You talk to a younger dude who just walking down the street. Let's get back the mindset of community and the mindset of really loving each other.
Gotcha.
yeah, it's that
7
black,
times-
black love, bro.
Definitely.
7 times a day,
Yeah,
I give a
man.
person a compliment,
Definitely,
or I
Yeah.
do something for others.
Thank you
7
for calling
times
in,
a
bro.
day.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Good
you.
looking, man.
We got to wrap this show up.
Yeah, we winding down. Man,
So-
it just seemed like I just got here.
Well,
Yeah, you did.
just get
I just. Oh.
Because you did. So, hey, we want to thank everybody. I know we have a couple of announcements before this show ends, but we do want to thank, like Kev was saying, we appreciate you all listening, calling in, and being engaged with us. And we're going to work on
important.
just being engaged throughout the week, not just today,
Right. Yeah.
but tomorrow and the next day and everything. And you could do that by going to our Facebook page. You could email us if you have any questions or concerns, comments that you didn't get to call in and you want to email us, you can email us at spittingpolicies@gmail.com. And that's spitting is spelled SPITTNPOLLASEEDZ @gmail.com.
Yeah.
Kev, any other comments?
Man, just keep loving on each other, man. That's, we need more love and more laughter, to help us get through this, man. I love you dudes, man.
Yeah,
Love you, dog.
Yeah, even though you didn't tell me that y'all was wearing Bill Cosby sweaters tonight, but that's all right. It's okay.
Te-
Look
I
like
wanna-
Theo.
I wanna
Matter
give
of
a
fact, I
shout
have
out
on
more
a
like
Prince
Theo.
sweater.
A Prince
He has
sweater.
on a Bill Cosby
No, he got a
No,
Theo
look,
sweater
well,
on.
no,
'cause I
Boys
heard
to
him
Men,
say-
if anything.
I heard him say
Other
about
Boys
the
to Men.
Boys to
picnic,
Men, if
the picnic
anything.
shirt. I heard
Yeah.
what he said.
But
Boys
no,
to
I want
Men.
to give a shout out to the people that I care for and love dearly. Mom, thank
Yeah.
you for supporting me and watching over me. My friend Marcia Alston that listens all the way from Texas. Carmen Richardson that listens all the way from San Francisco. My friend Claudia that got me the sweater. My boy Damien that wants to sponsor the show. He has a game called Big Toss Boss. He's a fire captain for Inglewood. Developed a game. I also want to thank some of the other people that have helped us and supported us through the sweet and sour aspects of even producing this show. So I want to tell my daughters happy Valentine's Day, and I love you guys as well. So that
Okay,
would
go,
be
P.
it for me.
Yeah. So can I jump in real quick?
Man, real quick.
Yeah. So thank you all for coming and listening to us. One of my love of my life is here in the room, my son.
Yes, sir.
So definitely love him.
Young
And
King.
yeah. And we are we gonna announce what's the
Well,
next?
can I thank my people?
No, that's
Did
a
you
long
finish?
list.
He always
can't
got a
do all
long
that.
list. He have a
And
long
thank you,
list
Alicia
for a-
Flowers.
A short
Alicia
man.
Flowers also want to help
Look, see,
sponsor the show, and she
for-
really
for
likes
a
the show.
short man,
and she lives in Las Vegas.
He
and
got a
she
lot of
wants
wins.
to- And she
A lot
wants
of
to
wins.
sponsor the
Anyway,
show.
baby, thank you for your call in. Hope I didn't disappoint. I know I didn't disappoint you, all right. But just like two of my young kings is here, my kids, grandkids, and everybody, man. This brotherhood that we share, our engineer, she cold.
Yeah. She got something for Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
she got something for Valentine's.
I don't know. I know she
Oh,
do. Shoot.
Yeah, she blushing. So yeah,
she
she got
blessed.
bread. Yeah.
So
Thank you guys for tuning in again. We're gonna be bringing some new stuff. You may see us like pop-ups throughout the week.
Yes.
Give you more backstage, what we do, how we hang out, with each other. We do hang out with each other, not just on Wednesdays. So we really want to start involving you and the community much more. So look for that, coming, and even some of these cats that's behind the scene, you'll get to see them more often as well. So we thank you guys. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your Valentine's, your weekend. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitting Policies.